Okay, hello friends. We are live for my weekly show called Shift Happens. You just have me again today. So I am so sorry. Next week, we're going to have guests again, starting with my friend Amy White, who has like a gazillion kids, and she's going to talk about how she was able to build what she has in the midst of having 5 kids under 5. I keep saying it was 4 or 5 kids. Amy, correct me how many kids you have. I only have 2. So anything more than 2 is like, oh my gosh. And then the week after that, I'm interviewing Ken Porter, who is one of the founders of the company that I work with. So welcome to the show Shift Happens, where I talk weekly usually with someone about the shift that happened in their life. So guys, here's the deal. When shift happens, shift can happen. You can either shift in the right direction or you can shift in the wrong direction. I got people commenting already. So hello, everybody. Hello. So here's the deal. Shift is going to happen. It always happens. We are not guaranteed the perfect life. So when shift happens, we want to teach you ways to shift in the right direction. So weekly, I interview people on what their shift was, how they got there. So we are able to help more people be able to make the shift in the right direction. Because here's the deal. You very well could be going through the same issue that someone has already gone through, and they have the tools to teach you how to go through what you're going through. So I don't know about you, but that gives me goosebumps and that gets me excited. So let me know if you're tuning in live or if you're watching the replay. I'm actually live in a couple different groups and also on my personal page. So if you want to share this with anyone, go to my personal page, Holly Lynch O'Brien, and you can share it from there. Because today you're going to want to share what I'm talking about. Today I'm talking about my most favorite thing in the whole wide world. It's called the happiness advantage. So this is based on a book. I was trying to find the book, but I think my husband took it to work. He's also read it like 3 times. And I have the book on Audible. So it's called The Happiness Advantage. Have you read that book? So if you are watching live, hi from Indiana. So if you don't have StreamYard, I can't see your name. So if you put your name down, I can say your name and say hello, and I'll know who you are. And let me know, have you read the book, The Happiness Advantage? Hi, Carlos. I interviewed Carlos. That's a really good one. So if you have read the book, The Happiness Advantage, I want you to let me know in the chat. Ken Porter actually recommended this to us, and I know Jackie Pruitt's read it. So hi, Ida. I want to give you a big hug. I'm giving Ida a air hug. From here. You're going to like this one today, Ida. You're going to be able to take away some things because I know you're going through some crazy stuff. Hi, Whitney Webb. How are you? So here's the deal, guys. You can win with the happiness advantage. There are some key things that I want to talk about today from the book. There's so much to unpack. I'm going to slow down. There's so much to unpack with the happiness advantage that I don't have enough time to do all of it today, but I may do a part 2. And I'm also going to be doing more of Shift Happens, not just on Wednesdays. So stay tuned for that. So what is the happiness advantage? Guys, anyone who knows me knows that I am the good news girl. And if you are a negative person, I'm probably going to drive you freaking crazy and you're going to get really angry at me because anytime something bad happens, for some reason, my brain just goes, well, the good news is, right? The good news is, and that's not because I live in a toxic positivity mindset. Yes, there's actually something called toxic positivity. I didn't know what that was until a friend of mine was like, wow, thank you for being a positive person, but not being toxic positive. And I'm like, what does that mean? Oh, everything's butterflies and rainbows and nothing bad happens and you never deal with your shit. Can I say the S word? Sorry. You never deal with your shit. And then it piles up and piles up and piles up. And then one day you massively explode because then you've lost your mind because you haven't dealt with your stuff. You haven't made the shift because you haven't accepted the things that are going on in your life. Can you guys resonate with that? Do you know anyone who has the toxic positivity? That's not good either. So it's like you have the overly toxic positive and you have the people that everything's happening and I'm dying, right? And then you have people in the middle, right? So I want to teach you guys some happiness advantage techniques. So what I do, so let me give you a little bit of a trick. So with a positive mindset, oh gosh, you're listening to the Audible. Awesome, Diane. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. It's really good. So here's the deal. When there's a bad situation that happens, I'm going to teach you a little trick. You listening? Write this down. Something bad happens. I need you to recognize it and say, this sucks. This happened. This sucks. And I hate it because you have to recognize it for what it is. Don't brush over it. Just recognize it. Don't dwell on it and keep replaying it over and over in your head. Do you know that we do that? something happens, and then we keep replaying it in our head and we're living the same misery over and over again. So if something bad has happened to you 14 years ago and you're constantly reliving it in your head over and over again every single day, do you know that your brain doesn't know that that's not happening right now and you're actually reliving the trauma? It's so scary. Like that's a whole nother conversation. But you're reliving the trauma over and over and over again. And then what happens is it bleeds into everything that's going on in your life and you can't get past it. You can't heal from trauma that keeps happening. So if you're dealing with that, message me and I can give you some tricks on how to get out of that. We also have a health and nutrition happiness group that we talk about all this kind of stuff. So if you're interested, let me know. Just put interest, health and happiness, and I'll help you with that, or DM me. That's probably better. Just direct message me. But here's the deal. Recognize it for what it is. Say, this sucks. And then pause and say, but the good news is, and I want you to think of something you're grateful for. This is so important. Gratitude exercise. I know you negative Nancy's out there going, or probably like, okay, I'm done listening to Holly. No. This is so important. The gratitude exercise will actually make you more successful. Okay. Do you want to be more successful? In the chat, answer me. Do you want to be more successful? Say, I want to be successful, because I'm going to give you some tricks to help you with that today. Okay. So I can't change it, or I can change it, right? So name that situation. The good news is, pick out some good news. Okay. Let's say you can't change the situation. Let's say it's something you actually can't physically change. Okay. If you can't change your situation, let's change the thought life, thought pattern, thought mindset around it. Okay. If you can't change this, let's change the way you think about it. But it's hard. I know it is hard. Recognize that it's hard. This is hard. Change your thought pattern around it. Okay. Super, super important, guys. Okay. So let's get into the happiness advantage. Yes. Hi, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Awesome. Okay. So the happiness advantage, this is really important. This is one of the things I want to talk about. And I actually put it in the comment section on what I'm talking about today. So conventional wisdom holds that if we work hard, tell me if you guys believe this. Conventional wisdom holds that if we work hard, we will be more successful. And if we are more successful, then we will be happy. Who here thinks, well, I'll be happy if I could just find a great job. Once I get the next promotion, then I'll be happy. Once I lose, guys, this is going to hit you. Once I lose those 5 pounds, happiness will follow. Is that an ouch button for anybody? You can put in the chat if it's an ouch button, if you want to admit it. Is that an ouch button? If I lose the 5 pounds and those really cute jeans fit me, then I'll be happy. But recent discoveries in the field of positive psychology have shown that this formula is actually backwards. This is science. I'm not making this stuff up. Happiness fuels success, not the other way around. Guys, have you ever met someone who's a gajillionaire and they're so freaking depressed? They've done it all. They've got all the awards. Their business is successful. Everything is amazing. You're like, God, why are they so unhappy? You'd think they'd be happy to have all these things. Guys, happiness comes first. Okay. I've met some of the most poorest people I'll ever meet in my entire life on a missions trip. They're so happy, right? Happiness comes first. Success does not breed happiness. That is powerful, super powerful. So the result of success, so happiness fuels success, right? So the key driver to success is positive emotions, happy mindset. You're more likely to achieve your goals and get where you want to be if you've got a positive mindset, right? Who here knows someone? Everyone's going to know somebody. Who here knows someone that everything's happening to them? All the bad things are happening. They can't do this. They can't, everything's wrong all the time. And then they're like, I don't know why I'm single. I'm like, was that a real question? Do you want me to answer? You probably don't want me to answer that. You know what I mean? Like if you're in a situation, or maybe this is even you and you're like, I'm the problem, it's me, right? I'm the problem, it's me. I don't know why I'm single. Sometimes switching your mindset to have a happiness. I mean, so let me ask you a question. Do you want to be with someone who's miserable all the time? Let's go be with that person and be miserable all the time. You are who you're around, right? So do you guys want some tips today on how to be happier? I see people saying me. So that'll also help you with relationships and in business. Social connections are vital. Okay, guys, every Wednesday I bring on a brand partner from the company that we're helping launching. So we're helping launch a women's brand that's based on community, inclusivity. Everyone can sit at our table. We want to help people look good so they feel good so they do good, right? It's not about the clothing. It's fun. Clothing is fun. Clothing can really change your mood, change your mindset, change your energy. When you look good, you feel good, and then you can do good. That's literally what our company embodies, is helping people feel loved so they can heal, they can grow, they can pay it forward, and they can be happier. Because happiness is contagious. If you've ever been around somebody where you're like, wow, they're really happy, and then you can't help but smile, happiness is contagious. I'm smiling right now. It's probably making you smile. When someone answers the phone and they're smiling, you can tell happiness is contagious. Smiling is contagious. So that's really what our company embodies. And what I love about the company we work with is if you come in and you are a negative person and someone's like, I just want to be happier, you can't help but freaking be happier when you join us, either as a customer or as a brand partner, because you're around like-minded people, and your happiness and your energy and everything. I get really excited talking about this because I know it works. So if you're looking for happiness and you're on my page and you're not already with our company, just lean in a little bit and just know that you can get something like that here. It's not just about clothes, okay? So social connections are vital. You are who you are around. Resilience is the key. So developing resilience is crucial for navigating setbacks and adversity. Grit. Has anybody ever heard or read the book Grit? Right. So resilience is the key. How fast do you like when you fall down? How long does it take you to get yourself back up again? Some people, it takes a really, really long time. And that could be an indicator that we need to help you with your happiness meter and your positivity meter and your mindset to be able to pick yourself back up again. Okay. So resilience is the key. Focus on the present moment. How many people here are trying to do something? This happens to me at the gym all the time. That's why the trainers get mad, because I'm like, I wasn't listening. What are we supposed to be doing? Focusing on the moment and not being elsewhere at all times. Do you ever have times where you're with your kids and you're not present and they can tell? Focus on the times you're with people and be present, and put the freaking phone away. If you guys sit at the dinner table with your telephones, I want to challenge you to put your phone away and talk to your kids, talk to your spouse. How many times have you guys gone to a restaurant where everyone's sitting on their phone? Now I take pictures of my food. Sometimes we call people and show people food. But here's the deal. We can all get a little bit better. Can we all say I can get better about being on my phone while why are you out to dinner in the first place? Is to have a conversation, right? Not to sit there on your phone. So I'm going to challenge you guys to do that. Focus on the present moment, cultivating gratitude. So that's one of the things. Cultivating gratitude makes a huge difference on your success, on your weight loss, on your happiness, on your healing. Like, it helps so much with all of that. And I don't think people realize that it really does affect your health. And it really affects your mindset, affects your marriage, affects your parenting, affects you being successful. So gratitude exercise is huge. The Tetris effect. So this is one of the things that he talks about. The 7 principles is an outline of how to get you in the right direction for the happiness advantage. So again, guys, if you guys haven't read this book, I want you to either get it on Audible or I want you to buy the hardback. The benefit with the hardback is you can take notes. I wish I had my book. There's so many notes and so many tabs in there. Share this with somebody on your page, by the way, because if we can help the world be a little bit happier, can you imagine if we can sprinkle a little bit of joy and a little bit of light in every single person's life, just a little bit, and how much will change the world? It's like the butterfly effect in a good way. Okay, so going back to what I was saying, the Tetris effect, exploring the concept of pattern recognition and the importance of training our brains to focus on positive patterns and opportunities. What does that mean? Okay, you know the game Tetris, how you fit things into like the little thing and make a big block, right? So here's the thing, you recognize patterns. You can actually teach your brain to recognize patterns of situations where you can use the happiness advantage. So for example, if you hang out with certain people and you know that, they're going to be negative, don't go hang out with those people, because you're going to be in an environment where it's going to bring you down. Same thing with the other side. If you're in a situation where that makes you happy, keep doing it. Recognizing those patterns and going towards those patterns, right? And recognizing this situation gets me frustrated. So prepare ahead of time so you're not going to get frustrated. I'm going to give you another example. So the 20-second rule. So this is a big one. So positive habits by making them easier to start. So if you're someone that gets up in the morning and you just can't find the time to work out, let's say you're so busy and you're like, but I set my alarm and I press snooze 3 times and now I don't have time to go work out. Okay. So how can you set yourself up for success? You can put your gym shoes by the bed. Okay. You can put your workout clothes out or you can wear them to bed. You wear your workout clothes to bed, right? And then I want you to set your alarm away from the bed, right? That creates friction for you to hit the snooze button, and it makes it easier for you to jump out of bed and put your shoes on and put your workout clothes on. Simple, right? Healthy habits. It creates it easier for you to do something successful. Put friction in front of things that you don't want to do, like locking up the peanut butter, or don't buy the cookies, or put them all the way at the bottom where you have to get on your hands and knees and take them out of the cabinet, right? Create friction for the things that you don't want to do and make it easier for the things that you do want to do. So in the morning, let's say you have a list of things that you have to get done. Which part of the list do you think you're going to do first? Let me see if anybody can guess. Which part of the list do you think that you're going to do first? I know a lot of people are going to watch the replay. Top of the morning to you. Hi, Melissa. How are you? Okay, so you're going to do the things that you want to do first, right? So I'm going to ask you to do the opposite. I want you to do the things that are imperative for you to get done, but the things that you don't want to do. And I want the reward to be the things that you do want to do. Why? Because you're actually going to get this portion done because you want to do the things you want to do. How many times has it been switched and you get all these things done that you wanted to do and they're like, shit, sorry, I'm going to cuss today. I didn't get anything done today that you needed to get done because you put all the other stuff first. I want you to flip it and make it a reward, right? So following up, the resilience factor of how we can bounce back from failure and adversity, ultimately growing stronger. You're going to go through difficult things in life, but instead of falling down, I want you to switch your brain and say, I'm going to fall up. Okay. Positive. The good news is I'm going to fall up. Okay. You tried something. It was an epic fail, but guess what? It wasn't because you tried. The only way to truly fail at something is to never try it, because that means you are 100% going to fail. It's going to be a 0 because you never actually did it. Okay. So when you try something and it doesn't go as planned, I mean, gosh, when do things ever go as planned? Doesn't go as planned. I want you to look at that and say, yay for me. Pat yourself in the back because you tried it. Do you know that majority of the people won't even try something because they're afraid they're going to fail and they're not going to do it right? Is that silly? It's incredibly silly because sometimes you'll try something and be like, dang, I'm really good at this. Holy cow. I would never have known, right? If I wouldn't have walked into the gym that I walked into 16 years ago, because I was a little chunk of junk, I was depressed and sad for myself because of a breakup on the couch with my 2 cats, feeling sad for myself, which is really hard for me to be a sad person and depressed. So my mom said, go find a gym. I'll buy you a gym membership. If I hadn't have walked into the gym to somewhere I was very uncomfortable, didn't know how to work out, didn't really want to be there, right? I wouldn't have met my husband. Guys, you never know what you're going to get by walking into uncomfortable situations. How many times have you had something happen? I want you to trace it back. Like I traced my glasses back today. My husband, I'm a major klutz and I like leave everything everywhere and I'm always constantly go. And I had to trace my steps. He's taught me. Thank you, Matt. He's taught me how to trace my steps. Like, okay, well, think of the last time you had it and trace your steps backwards. Okay. And then I found my glasses in the bathroom. Okay. But I want you to do that in your life. Think of something positive that's happened in your life. And I want you to trace it backwards to how it started. And this is a positive mindset exercise. Trace back on how it started. Okay. And I want you to give yourself a pat on the back for starting it, because that start got you to where you are today. Okay. You can do it to find out like, shit, how did I end up here? How the heck did I end up here? Right? You can trace your steps back and go, ooh, that's where it started. I put a post on my page earlier. I'm almost done. I know I'm over on time. I put a post on my page earlier that said, all of a sudden, oh no, I can't remember it. I'm getting nervous. Hold on, let me go look at it. It's really good. It's really good. Bear with me. Hold on. So, oh, look, I'm live. Hi. Okay. Oh gosh, where is it? Okay. All of a sudden usually happens gradually. All of a sudden usually happens gradually. All of a sudden you looked in the mirror and you were like 20 pounds, 30, 40 pounds overweight. Did it happen all of a sudden? Or was it gradual? All of a sudden I was getting married. No. All of a sudden I met my spouse. No. Things happen gradually, good and bad. So I want you to think of a time in your life that something good happened, trace it back. Maybe something bad happened, you want to change, trace it back, because that very moment changed everything. So back to what I was saying before, don't be scared to do scary things, because that scary thing may bring you into your future and can very well be everything you've always been looking for. So don't do that. Okay. So the Zorro circle, describing the importance of starting small and building momentum by focusing on manageable goals, leading to increased confidence and progress. Have you guys ever started something really, really hard? Like, for example, people walk into the gym. Okay, I'm gonna lose 50 pounds. I'm gonna stop smoking. I'm gonna stop drinking Diet Coke. I'm not gonna eat any more processed foods, and I'm never gonna drink alcohol. And we're like, whoa, don't do any of that. Just walk into the gym. And they're like, what? No. First step, walk into the gym. Do you know why? You can't come in and do all that all at once. You're never gonna stick to anything. And you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna quit. You're gonna try to do all of this. Has anybody done this? Has anybody done this where they've done too much at once and then they quit? We've all done that. Don't do that. Why do we do that to ourselves? Small actions, right? Start small, but don't stay small. Don't stay small. Start small and then start building it up, right? And building that momentum, building the strength. Okay. So don't do that. Social investment, we talked about that. Oh my gosh, guys, there's so much I could talk about. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop here, because I feel like we can kind of do like a part 2 and we can talk about this. Later on today, my husband's going to be interviewing me for our TNL show. And we're going to talk about a little bit about this and where I got from where I was yesterday, where I am today. Now I'm not speaking English. Where I was before to where I am now, and how that's really changed our marriage. It's changed our business relationship. It's really changed our entire life. So your choices do matter. So when you're making a big decision, just make sure you don't make it too quickly, and you use the happiness advantage and you use the positive mindset to make those choices. And I'm just really excited that you guys are all watching. I'm excited you guys tuned in. And hopefully this was helpful. If this was helpful, please share with a friend, tag a friend. I know we're live in our private community. So if you're watching, if you're sitting here looking at Savvy, I know if you're in our private community, you are, and you're watching, you're going, geez, this is amazing. It's not just about clothing. It's not just about getting dressed. This is actually a way for you to completely change your life into the direction, shifting in the right direction on where you want to go. So get back to the person who put you in this group and say, you know what? I'm ready to talk. And if you're on my personal page and you're like, what the heck is this girl talking about? Just message me and I'll share it with you. And then also, I am thankful for you guys being here. Next week, I've got a special guest. And the week after, I have another special guest. And if you're a brand partner and you want to be on this show, message me and I will interview you and tell me why you can apply to be on with me. And we'll share how your shift in your life could also help someone else. So I'm going to leave you with today. Today could be the day that you can make shift happen. So go out and enjoy the world and make shift happen. And if you ever need help or you're struggling, send me a message and I'm here to help. I'll sprinkle a little bit of joy in your world. Okay. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have an awesome Wednesday.